Special questions this week from my niece Emily, who's 5 years old and lives in West St. Paul, goes to St. Joe's in West St. Paul, my home parish. It turns out I figured out on Sunday that this past week, Emily spent about 30 minutes just staring at the computer, watching me answer questions. She thought it was hilarious and awesome that her Uncle Alex was on the computer. She just couldn't believe it. And now she actually has some questions for me. Once again, she's 5 years old, but these questions are amazing. Her first question is, Uncle Alex, are you going to run another marathon? Now, I think the reason she brought this up is because she saw me running the marathon, as well as her dad. Her dad ran it also. My brother-in-law, Jeff. So her dad ran it, and so did I. Am I going to run another one? That is a great question, and unfortunately, I can't answer that question yet because I don't know. It's still up in the air. You know, it's a lot of time to train for one, as I mentioned, but it was such a great time, and it was done for a great cause. Right now, actually, our total for the marathon is $10,250, somewhere around that. Still counting. So if you have not turned in your pledge yet, make sure to send that in. But I'm not sure if I'm going to run another marathon or not. We'll let you know. Keep on cheering me on, okay, Emily? All right, good. The second question that Emily had for me is, Uncle Alex, why do you always wear that white collar? The one I'm wearing right now. Okay, the reason for this is because, as you can tell, everything else I'm wearing is black. You know, black is to die to self, but the white collar is almost like a ring around my neck, okay, to remind me that I'm maybe married to Christ, that I'm with Christ at all times, and also it's white because it's supposed to symbolize purity. You see how it really sticks out. White on black sticks out. It remembers that we're pure with Christ, washed in Christ. All right, the third question Emily had is very particular, only that she would have any idea to ask this question is because she knows me very well. And her third question was, do I like nachos? Do I like nachos? You know the answer to this, Emily. I love nachos. Nachos are my downfall. Every single time I go to your house for a birthday party or a baptism party, whatever it is, you always have nachos because I love them and I cannot stop eating them. So do I like nachos? No. I love them. Now, Emily, I thought it was so impressive that you could see me on the computer that I think everyone else wants to see who's exactly asking these questions. Now, it's also going to bring up another question, but first off, let's take a look at Emily. Here she is right here. This is my niece, Emily. She's 5 years old. This picture was taken on Sunday. She was on a hayride. She had a good time. All right, here she is. Now, the other question this is going to bring up is, what am I showing this picture on? This is an iPad, one that I got this past week from Father Aaron Coleman from the Diocese of Superior. A parishioner had given it to him for free, so he in turn gave it to me for free because he upgraded, I think, to an iPad too. So now I can show everyone pictures of my niece, Emily, and maybe do some email, some calendaring, other stuff on this, maybe play a couple games here and there, but not too much, right? Maybe we'll use it for work. But there you go. There are the questions for the week. Thank you, Emily, for submitting those questions. I don't know how you can type at the age of 5, but you must be very smart. Well, you are, because you're my niece. And everyone else, keep the questions coming. Thank you, and God.